It's that simple.
Yeah, and just because you can press Ragnarok and not get like stunned or slowed, you'll still take a trillion damage from all of these little robots. As it is going to be Zoe picked up, so of course the Lulu heading towards the bottom lane, and Kuzan at the helm of the Lucian once again, and this is what he terrorized Challenger with. He was him and Rich would share this champion, and both of them would just pick up wins all over the place. I like the Zoe. I actually think that, you know, being able to duck around a team fight up against a Heimerdinger is a much better option. We'll see what Kuro is going to be able to do in this lane when there will be a lot of pressure from the Lucian.
But you know what? Heimerdinger can always block the poke with the turret.
True.
And also, if Zoe jumps in, then Heimerdinger can easily use R, E, and there is no way to dodge that grenade.
Oh my god, yeah. And she just dies as soon as she goes back to her portal.
Yeah, so you try to poke Heimerdinger, but you get poked and you die.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, so...
Heimerdinger is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really broken champion. But there was only one player who can abuse that.
And it was this one. It was deokdam last time.
Yeah, I guess he's
lost.
trying to be second player who is abusing Heimerdinger. Who knows, you know, it can be the meta pick.
Well, I hope it does, because I do really like Heimer. Especially if you switch on the swag walk, definitely the best way to play. As here we go, the deciding game between Dynamics and KT. We'll see who's going to be able to take it here as GuGer galloping to the lane as the glorious Senna, and I like it. Gold and gold. So we've got Hazmat Heimer down there. Not my favorite Heimerdinger skin. I think Alien Invader Heimerdinger is by far the best, and there is no one that can tell me otherwise. One of the first legendary skins in the game. If you guys remember the back that far. I know many of you probably weren't old enough to play League of Legends when that skin came out.
That's actually weird that he is setting the turret for the invade check, because you just put the trinket ward and try to put all 3 turrets on the buff and just give super hard leash.
Yeah, the mega leash.
Mega leash for your jungler, you know? Because you cannot get the level 1, level 2 advantage or like Priya in the bot lane with Heimerdinger, because you're not 80 carry. You have no attack damage.
Yeah,
so you cannot push the lane enough, you know? So I think it's so much better to just give your jungler better tempo, because it's actually, I think it's almost 3 seconds earlier with 3 turrets, you know? But yeah, I guess they're not looking for that. A little bit sad. Maybe Yarna is already crying, but anyways, this lane is really strong, so I don't see any like part that Heimerdinger and Senna is losing the lane. And
this might be it, as GuGer has to flash, gets ignited. But trading ignite for flash, he'll take that any day of the week.
But they shouldn't try to fight at level 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like the level 1, Heimerdinger and Senna is not the champion. They just need to get the wave under the turret and try to be full HP on the bot side, and slowly poke them down with the command and the long range Q by GuGer, because yeah, after that you can actually do that, and the point when Heimerdinger gets the item, 1.3k AP mana item, Lost Chapter.
Yep, Lost Chapter.
Then you're gonna win it slowly. But I think they're just...
Oh, GuGer's just having the worst time ever.
I think it's done already because there is no pod, right? Is there a biscuit?
I think he might have biscuits incoming, and he does have Piercing Darkness, so his mana is probably what we should be looking at as well. He will have a few more Qs there, but not having flash makes it really, really rough.
I don't think there is a biscuit for GuGer. And I think, yeah, the bot lane matchup is already kind of doomed at this point.
Certainly a bit of a yikes for the moment.
For sure, yeah.
As Rich and Kuzan are probably going to have a good time, unless bonO is going to be able to get a kill here. All right, boots it back, but there's the stun. Uses the To the Skies in order to avoid the Olaf, but still has to use the flash. Beyond with a drive-by. And he's looking for double scuttle, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, even though you're playing Sejuani into Olaf, because of the lane prior.
All right, aiming could be in trouble here. Is this turret doing some work? Oh, but still, I mean, everyone's so low down here.
Yeah, true.
This is a really, really scary situation for both teams.
Yeah. And actually, it reminds me when I was playing in G2 2018 at Worlds, we actually met Africa Freaks when TusiN and Kuro was there. And we played Heimerdinger.
Oh, bonO
and they
is
lost.
booking
Oh,
it.
no!
Into the bottom lane, GuGer is real dead. There is a stun. Kuzan taken down pretty low, but beyond looking for Kuro.
This is disaster.
Yeah, this is absolutely not what you want. And deokdam had to use his flash as well.
Oh my gosh. This lane is over.
What? TusiN very close to dying.
I mean, this lane is over, I'm telling you.
Well, Beyond's going to come in, see whether he can save it. There is still some mana on deokdam. They're not going to be able to get the shove.
No way.
This is actually huge.
Yeah, this is so huge because this Senna lost flash earlier and even died after that.
deokdam holding onto the wave. Does have teleport, remember, so he can make it back. And GuGer going to turn back up again. And this should mean that deokdam can get back up to a decent CS margin. No teleport for aiming.
I think, yeah, again, it's from the level 1 trade. I think GuGer forced it too much to have advantage in the lane. And yeah, the result is the worst you can ever expect from the early laning phase.
Correct. He's going to be backing. Still holding on to that ignite.
Better wave control.
Yep. He's not going to cancel that one, so... Another Predator. Thanks for the buff, says the Keystone. But walks over a ward, and there is Beyond here, who steals away a cannon creep. That was a bit cheeky. Alright, see how things do settle down so far. Dynamics, they're behind about 300. It's not massive. And you can see the top lane going absolutely fine. Mid lane even better. As far as dynamics are concerned, it's the bottom lane that's a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, I mean, the bot lane is huge issue right now because, yeah, as Heimerdinger Senna, if you are getting pushed in, then you're doomed. And you should get pushed in because you used all the summoners before. And right now, it's not the timing that Heimerdinger and Senna can 2v3 this lane. So they should be careful.
Well, bonO's level 6, so not going to get stunned up by anyone anymore. At least with the ultimate available. So let's have a look at this from a very cool angle. Oh,
wow.
Mechanics.
Crazy.
Did you feel the mechanics there?
Yeah.
It was so impressive. I was amazed. I'm really glad that we got the angle. As bonO, he's going to take this Drake as well.
Yeah, you know what? When the play is actually boring, LCK production team is always doing something like
I know.
Weird angle.
They're like, let's try and make this as cool as we possibly can.
Yeah, they're great. I love them.
Yep. Well, Kuro having a good time against Kuzan, as you can see. Just doing as much damage as he can. Oh, gets a proto belt as well. It's not exactly redemption, but it ain't bad.
Yeah. Still getting ball lane prior because of the champions. But yeah, they lost first Drake. That's the huge part. And if they can...
TusiN, yeah, gonna get caught by the ult. Very, very dead.
The CC chain here.
Yeah, didn't have level 6, so no way that he was getting out of that one. It's a tight rope that you tread.
Yeah, I was expecting TusiN to get the cleans as well because he's playing against Senna plus Heimerdinger plus Sejuani, right?
Yeah.
Easy target for Dynamics, and they did it. Great job.
Now, boots completed here for aiming. Wants to be able to get in and out. See what he can actually purchase when he goes back. Probably wants a Vampire, except find it.
One of the best choice to play against Heimerdinger because you need to dodge that grenade.
Oh yeah. Poor little Lulu, just... Yeah, not a lot you can do when you have barely a health bar and there's so many forms of CC. Kuro not going to find the bubble under Kuzan. Beyond looking for bonO. He has a level advantage, does the Olaf, and they do have lane control as well. Rich doing okay topside, but when TusiN's in position first, it's not going to be as much that you can do. Senna is still bottom side. So first Herald, going to go over to bonO. deokdam, he can set up some turrets though, and this is going to mean plates, most likely. Yep, first one going to go down. Let's see how many he can actually claim for himself.
I guess the game is still half-half. I thought bot lane is completely doomed, but Heimerdinger actually didn't die yet. So they could still push in towards Ashe Lulu lane. And also that gank from beyond kind of saved the day here.
Yeah. Ooh, there's the combo. If you land that snare, then the grenade is definitely guaranteed. They're still behind in farm. But after the devastation, like you were mentioning, it is certainly impressive that they're able to do anything here towards the bottom side.
But yeah, I mean, if they're focusing...
All right, that's a slicing Maelstrom. We'll see whether SoHwan can actually grab Rich here. He's going to turn it around with his Hex Drinker in hand. Heal utilized, and Rich is just going to go down. Outplayed, Summoner Spell-wise. Here by KT. It's going to be their second kill of the game. Shelly's going to celebrate here in the mid lane as well, as Beyond is not going to be able to stop her from giving Kuro a bunch of plates. It's a pretty good Arctic Assault though, as Kuro gets out with a heal. That's the heal that he had to actually select. So still good news here for Dynamics, but good news is going to end at about there. It's alright, Amy probably doesn't want to take a bajillion poke and a turret shot.
And also still, it's really hard to dive on the bot lane, you know? It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, GuGer still has ultimate as well, so it's even worse than you may first imagine because of the shielding that's going to be available.
But yeah, Rich getting solo killed is like, there's only hope for the Dynamics because the bot lane is still like 50-50, losing CS. And their mid lane is just getting wave, getting CS against Zoe. So I think it was more like Reach should do something from the top side. It was mostly one-on-one, right? So that was really huge mistake by Reach there.
Oh, 100%. He thought that the Hex Drinker was going to be enough of an advantage to be able to win out, but...
I don't think he was thinking about the heal from the spellbook.
It's funny though, because like at that stage of the game, you're going to have selected Ignite most of the time anyway, and that would have still meant that he would have lost that particular trade. So miscalculation by Rich, very unfortunate. It's bonO and TusiN just wandering around together, but they're not going to be able to get anything relevant onto Beyond right now. There's 10 seconds, second Drake of the game, going to be a Cloud, and KT are thinking about going for it. Control Ward. See whether that one does go down, as Kuro taking a lot of damage from Kuzan, but bonO and TusiN are both here, and he still has to flash. There's the culling, trying to deliver it to Kuro, but not able to. Now with flash on cooldown, Dynamics have to try and fight for this trade.
Yep, and aiming is doing 1v2 pretty well. I don't feel like he's getting pushed into turret. Oh yeah, right now he is. But it's not that huge wave, so they can always react to the Dynamics when they start the Drake. So I'm wondering if they're gonna react to that. Oh, that is actually so fast, Drake.
Well, I mean, they also just don't care about Cloud Drake, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Don't mind about this decision from KT at all, and that means 3 potential Infernals if they can claim back control. Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it was good choice though. I guess because of the item advantage, you had to do that. Because yeah, GLP versus the Village Water is kind of huge.
Yep, still going to have a good time there as the snare's going to land. The arrow is going to come in. But there is the Dawning Shadow. That's going to mean that deokdam is going to be A-OK. Great use of the Ashe arrow just to make sure that deokdam is unable to get out of turret range. Good damage there. There's Rich. He knows that bonO's in the area. And they're both going to avoid each other's skill shots, and they're just fine. Like you say, Sejuani in the area too. Now Predator Boot on cooldown as we're getting indicated to us. Just checking out that cooldown. That's new and improved.
I think it's...
Oh no, missed the melee creep and the siege minion. We can guarantee that Rich is tilted. Absolutely not what you want to see. Kennen now has advantage in that lane. Let's have a look at this one more time. Yeah, you're exactly right. I think our observers might be just looking for some fun to have this series.
Yeah.
Do you think we didn't react well enough? Because we heard in the background there, Sejuani just yelling his brain out as that kill went down.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I should get a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe we need some more energy here.
Yeah.
Energetic casting here.
I should probably sit forward.
Yeah.
As aiming's just taking poke after poke. I'll think about it.
Yeah.
1,000 gold the lead for KT.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the game status right now, because it feels like they're just pushing and getting waves, you know?
Yeah.
Like nothing is happening specially.
It's ping pong, as we would say on the LS broadcast. bonO comes down. He just wants to be here for this moment.
Ping pong.
All right, bonO's going to just run at GuGer as best he can. He gets exhausted though, and yeah, that's why you don't run at a Heimerdinger, dude.
I told you.
Yeah, I mean, he should have known. Everyone knows
Olaf.
that.
No.
Oh, man.
It's not everyone knows that, knows Heimerdinger.
Well, Beyond, he's going to try and get out. Does still have Glacial Prison, but had no follow-up, so he's just going to hold on to the ulti. And you're right. I mean, maybe not everyone.
Not even pro players.
Really?
You know? I mean, obviously, not knowing the damage exactly when you're playing as Heimerdinger, because...
You don't need to know exactly, though. You just need to know never to run at him.
The feeling.
And you're fine.
The feeling, you know? But it's really hard to think about the feelings when you're not used to play against that champion.
True.
And especially Heimerdinger is one of that champion, right? Like, it's really hard to predict damage. It's like, his burst damage is just so insane.
And it's also, it's like burst, but it's coming from so many places at the same time that it doesn't feel like burst. It's very weird. I think I completely agree with you. Because bonO, he's back here. He's a very active Olaf this game. Yeah, you're not going to run behind the turret. Just chill out. They're looking to try and take this one down. A minute, 20 seconds on this Infernal Drake.
It's going to be first turret probably. Or both sides is getting it, I'm not sure.
We'll see, yep. It is going to go down for KT first, but immediately answered like you're talking about.
But yeah, I think the game will be accelerate after 1 minute. There's an Infernal Drake starts in.
Yeah, this is important for both teams. I think Dynamics probably feeling a little bit desperate at this stage. They'll want to try and lock down this area, already with so much vision, to be honest.
For sure.
And Scuttle Vision, actually not as valuable on Infernal Rift. You can walk around it, TusiN, not even needing to avoid the rockets there. And deokdam, just going to stand here, set up turrets, walk around, clear out mini waves where he can. It's a reset timing for Kuro, as the ulti's going to catch him. Great vision! Kuro's going to flash, and he is going to get away. So heal and flash, both on cooldown. And now he does definitely have to go home, and with 7 seconds to go, no way to get their Zoe back. This is a 5 versus 4 that Dynamics might feel pretty good about. Ashe Arrow going to be available. But aiming, I think they know exactly where he is. And Rich just trying to get in position to get these shock blasts working against Dynamics, and they will get the first Infernal Drake. Nothing that KT can do about it.
That was really great poke by Sejuani, plus Heimerdinger and Senna. And they got the Drake after that. Everything is going great for them right now, but...
Aiming, tanking the turret, doesn't really want to.
Yeah. I think the strong part of the Heimerdinger is you don't need to be at mid, you know, like when you're getting mid prior.
Yeah.
Because if you are ahead in lane, you should get the mid prior, and also you don't need any people around you. Normally AD carry needs some support, needs some vision, but Heimerdinger is like, nah, I don't care. If I'm always winning, I'm happy. So, yeah, and also they prepared for 1-3-1. Jayce Lucian is gonna push in side lane 24/7, especially when they have Zoe on the Zoe on the side, and Kennen AP teamfight build is on the side, so they can win without a single teamfight for now.
Potentially, and it might be something that they need to do because, you know, SoHwan's going to be geared up for team fights. Getting Olaf in there with the Lulu is certainly something that works very well in 5v5 scenarios. So KT will have an advantage there. Dynamics, however, they can still set up for team fights, right? Like, if you've got a Heimerdinger, then setting up around objectives is certainly the aim of the game. Very similar mindset to have when you have an Alawi on your team. Get there first, basically. That's what you want to look at.
Yeah.
As GuGer, he's going to go back home. Aiming's going to collect himself a red buff. We'll see where the action's going to come from next. As you can see, advantages in support, top, and jungle.
Yeah, and if KT really wants to take this win, then I think Kuro should just move actively from the top side because he cannot push the top lane. Anyways, just look at his position. Before KT getting full vision on top side, I don't think Joey has any chance of just pushing lane first and moving towards mid lane, you know?
Yeah, you saw all of his pings actually in the alcove.
Yeah.
Was so scared to go anywhere near that minion wave.
So I think either you just give up top turret to join the fight and look for snowball, or just believe in them and just let them have 3v3 or 3v4 potentially.
Well, GuGer might be caught out, but no. Ragnarok going to be thrown in here as the arrow collected by Beyond, but he'd already queued up the Q. There's the ulti, aiming immediately cleanses it. That was about as Captain Jack as you can get, and he needed it to be, as Kuro's going to soak the shock blast. The poke here from Dynamics is actually pretty huge, as the bubble connects somehow onto Kuzan, but he gets over the wall. He's going to be fine. Now KT going to have to deal with this siege. bonO does not want any of it. Wants to try and run at them as quickly as he can, but Ragnarok's now on cooldown. Infernal Drake, just to check in, is still 2 minutes away. So certainly time for any sort of reset that either of these teams are going to be looking for. Looks like Kuro is concerned with getting himself a Super Soaker.
And it seems like it's going to go for the late game again.
Yeah.
Both teams seems like, yeah, we are just trading some objectives and we're fine. We are looking for the late game. And it does make sense because the time goes on. I think Dynamics will think that, yes, we have really strong 1-3-1 and our teamfight is not bad. So they might think that they have better turret stats. Because, yeah, they're going to slowly get the secondary auto turret as well. You know?
Oh, that was so many little souls.
True.
GuGer get the value, as you can see. As Kuzan going to find TusiN. Knows that it's going to be 2 versus 1 though, as Kuro is in the area. It's been a while since deokdam's gone back to base. We'll see whether he does go for a reset for the Liandry's now. It looks like that is what's going to happen with 45 seconds left on the Infernal Drake. Liandry's massive value for Heimerdinger, by the way.
For sure, yeah.
This is a really big item spike. Synergizes with the Super Soaker also very, very well in the Hextech GLP. So Heimer will make his way back at full power. 2 item spikes. Love talking about it. And they're going to witness it one more time. I believe Kuzan is going to be at the point where Black Cleaver can be purchased, but he's just going to walk his way around. Now, how annoying can Kuro be?
Yeah, and now Lucian and Jayce is all grouping for the Drake, and it's all about the positioning. If KT loses, one position, then there is Heimerdinger ultimate, there is Sejuani ulti, and you can get pushed in through the mid turret. So they need to think about it. They need to think about the position right now.
Oh, Kuro. There's the bubble. Immediate cleanse out from Kuro. As
Kennen is coming.
Close in. It will be a 50-50, and it's going to be taken there by Olaf. SoHwan goes golden. Everyone flashing out of the way of this Kennen, who does escape. Gets himself a wild growth there, as well as TusiN so incredibly low. deokdam, he's at almost full health, but he's going to miss that skill shot. He's done a lot of damage in this fight, but unfortunately, just not quite enough. And Dynamics, they lose out on their second potential Infernal Drake and give KT their first.
Yeah, I think they had the chance to pull the trigger when Zoe jumped in. But they lost the chance, and also it got delayed. So KT had the chance to burst the Drake, and they got it. And I think, yeah, they were kind of forced to do something here.
And they had no flank wards for SoHwan. Look at him.
Yeah.
Came in.
Even though SoHwan couldn't, end all the targets because of the exhaust. Like, that was just so great. Flanked by him. And that actually saved a lot of people here. Otherwise, Heimerdinger was gonna kill everyone here, you know?
Yeah, unfortunately, not able to do so. If you're a Dynamics fan, but KT pulling it back. 24 minutes into the game. 3-1, even on Drakes, if you're just gonna count them. KT with far more valuable ones. They got a couple of extra turrets as well. And the standard composition seems to be taking it at the moment against this Heimerdinger Senna bottom lane. And aiming looking very happy on the Ashe as well as Dynamics.
No cleans on Zoe.
Yep, they're looking for Kuro. bonO's going to get snagged, but he's very strong. Has Randuin's Omen, actually, against the Heimerdinger comp. It's quite odd. Especially when there's no crit being built by anyone.
That is true.
He just wants to make sure that he can slow people down. When he gets in amongst it, sometimes you have to forego some value.
Yeah, it's still pretty weird item build. Yes,
yeah.
I agree.
I think like Adaptive Helm is just so incredibly good against Heimer that you probably want to get it, as Kuzan's going to dive all the way forward. But no aggression going to follow up. Does get the Ragnarok out of bonO. Alright, still looking for more potential action. Beyond and GuGer just chilling together.
I mean, for KT side, it's also pretty hard to start up Nasher because there is no tech, you know?
Yeah, I mean bonO technically.
Technically, but there is no healing. So if it's gonna be like Nasher 5k HP, then Olaf is gonna be really chunked.
Yeah, yeah, true.
So I think, yeah, still the game is really, really interesting.
Well, 4 people were enough in order to get that control ward that I feel like they've been fighting for the last 5 minutes. 3,000 gold the lead though for KT. This game is really slow, we did.
Really slow, yeah, in a good word. And yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, I know all too well.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I have no idea why they're putting Heimerdinger on the side. Maybe because Kuzan is not having TP on the side. And yeah, when it comes to that, I think it's great lane assignments for now. It feels a little bit bad though, because Heimerdinger is getting pushed in.
Yeah, and he's 40 CS behind as well, so hasn't really been able to find the value.
But still,
standing in these side lanes.
Yeah, both teams are having such a great tools for the team fight. So I think, yeah, they're just trading some gold here.
Well, now Beyond gets into the mid lane. Kuzan going to pick up the wave. We're going to continue pinging, ponging.
Ping and pong.
Yep, getting all these.
Just wait for the Drake. No one cares about the Nasher.
Thankfully, it's 45 seconds until the Infernal Drake is up. Both teams with Soul Point available. And I think this fight may actually just decide the game.
Yeah.
bonO's going to get chunked, actually quite a lot.
Everyone got their item.
Survive. Jayce is moving up from the bottom side. Kennen, once again, flanking around. No flash this time. Actually, yes, he does. He just cycled it back. Saw the cooldown, but actually it was moving much faster.
Looking for Nasher. It's Ashe. It's actually really strong. They started.
Yeah, Kuro is going to be able to get a bubble here.
They should realize it at this point.
Yeah. SoHwan will have flanking position. Arrow going to connect immediately.
That's a great position.
Going to cleanse it. Sejuani, Arctic Assault over the wall, but the bubble is going to connect. Dawning Shadow just to keep the piggy alive. And oh, that's a lot of damage. Kuzan throws out the culling, and bonO's going to tank the entire thing. And Dynamics feeling like they're the ones that are going to be able to head towards this Drake. They do have so much burst. And if they set up around the area, with deokdam. It's certainly high value. SoHwan was trying to get in there, and it is going to be the Drake taken beyond. Flashed in to try and get there. Good exhaust onto SoHwan as he goes golden. And my god, aiming the amount of DPS that he's throwing out here. Flashing forward onto Kuzan. Takes a bajillion damage, but he is going to survive. As Kuro's just throwing exhausts, throwing flashes. GuGer is well and truly dead. They do get the Drake, but at what cost? As bonO almost just straight up died to the turret. Has to respect these as he's got a Randuin's, remember?
Yeah, and it's really great to see SoHwan is trying so many things for his team. Because, yeah, I mean, Olaf is literally 1k HP. I mean, 600, so he can get one shot, but he don't care about the exhaust anymore. Like, he's just running in for the team, and it makes it way easier to KT to take this fight around. And yeah, just SoHwan is playing so much better from the top side.
Yeah, and GuGer tried to escape here. I mean, KT, I think they may have been able to put on a bit more pressure and grab those last couple of kills, but it honestly doesn't really matter. It just feels like they're happily scaling as this game goes on. They do give away Soul Point, and it is Infernal Soul. And Infernal Soul plus Heimerdinger is just obscene amounts of damage. And bonO is still not building any magic resist whatsoever.
I guess he's trying to dodge all the skills, and last teamfight he also just focused the ultimate turret and just one-shot it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think he just know that if Heimerdinger is not using, I mean, he's using a portal, yeah, the turret, then you should focus it instant, you know? Otherwise, you're gonna get melted.
True.
So every teamfight, bonO is just looking for E and Smite on the turret, and it looks actually funny, but at the same time he knows how to play against Heimerdinger. So it looks great. In terms of that, then you don't need MR, technically, right?
That's true, that's true.
So you just build
and also
the armor.
Like you say, the rest of the team is doing only physical damage. Means he can just run down GuGer, Kuzan, and Rich. But I'm looking at this Heimer. The fact that he's done 35% of his team's damage is no joke. And Olaf will still need to run in. And yes, you've only got so many smites. And he can set up quite a few turrets. As bonO once again going to face check, but that grenade is not going to land as GuGer tries to get under the ground. And that Glacial Prison was more for zoning, I assume. As Kuro, I mean, this is just exactly what Zoe wants to be used for. Protecting the rest of the team as they try and go for a cheeky Baron. So a lot of damage there as Rich is going to pick up the bubble.
Wait,
but Amy's
what?
just going to get eviscerated. And Kuzan's dashing forward. TusiN taking a lot here as bonO comes through with a drive-by Randuin's. But that's going to be another kill for GuGer. And we're ticking down. That's a lot of damage onto bonO. But he's going to have to get out of this fight. SoHwan, no way that he's going to be using any Slicing Maelstroms this game. As Dynamics, they might just walk over to the Baron because they have got so much sustain in this now fed Senna.
Guys, it's power of the Heimerdinger. That's a damage, that's a range, that's a random numbers that you can expect. You cannot expect from Heimer. That was an insane, insane amount of damage.
I don't know, man. I was actually expecting, you know, Kuro to be able to make more, like finds that bubble under Rich, and then I'm ready to talk about KT. And then all of a sudden, aiming was way too far forward. And yeah, sometimes them's the breaks.
Yeah. And yeah, this is the engage that I'm talking about. Those grenades.
Wow.
That was just crazy. And slowly this Heimer and Senna is getting bigger. At this point?
Senna especially, I feel like she's just really starting to become a problem.
Yeah,
because of the amount of sustain that they have available to them.
She got QSS already.
Yeah. Black Cleaver as well for their two other damage dealers of the physical variety. And the gigantic range means that it's really hard for KT to start up anything. These shock blasts flying through. 15 seconds on this Infernal Drake, and it's Soul Point for Dynamics. I'm half expecting KT to just grab this one so that we can go to all 7 Drakes.
Otherwise, I think they can simply look for the engage because Kuro is not having cleans.
Yeah, and SoHwan as well.
I mean, there is Mikaels, but
he needs to get a flank.
Yeah. SoHwan is on the front, so it should be more easier. And Rich is looking for the fight.
Yeah, aiming. Gonna miss the arrow there on the backside. It's gonna be a 50-50 and it's taken by the Olaf. Into the backline goes the Kennen. Immediately he gets exhausted, but he's still too strong. An instant triple kill as now bonO's over the wall, chasing after Little Miss Piggy. And she's gonna eat a bubble and then the dust, as this is all about the Kennen, and he may have just won them the game.
Maybe it's just game over here.
I mean, it is 35 minutes in. Hadn't really noticed, but it's real late.
We need to check it because there is no AD carry. If there was an Ashe, it was 100%. But Heimerdinger is coming in 20 seconds. And Senna is up in 10 seconds right now. So maybe they're looking for it?
Yeah, TusiN was thinking that they were going to go back, but maybe they're going to go for some
5 seconds.
turrets instead.
Just need to focus the turret and Nexus, and then it's game over.
Yeah, exactly. Bubble is going to be put down on the ground, and GuGer, I mean, he's not going to be able to stop 4 people. There is absolutely no way. He's going to flash in to see what he can do as deokdam, he gets forward. The Nexus is so incredibly low, but Kuro's going to grab the last hit, and KT